Welcome back, friends. LostScarf here, and it's time for us to rewatch all these Marvel movies. And instead of wearing my Thor shirt, I'm wearing this of all things because it's just what I'm wearing. So, the first Thor movie. So, the summary is Chad realizes he's been an asshole his whole life and learns to forgive his brother. I think it's accurate. Thor is such a Chad. He really is in this first movie, and partially the second movie, and probably still in the third. He's just a Chad. He's just a more fun Chad who's less of a jerk kind of Chad. He's more of a fun Chad. And he's also learns to think of others besides himself. Like Chad evolves. That's who Thor is. That's really what this is. 2011 is when this one came out, and the budget was 150 and they made 450. So nice on them on that. Tripled the budget. So this is really the first good villain. Like maybe some people liked Obadiah. Nobody liked Whiplash. Maybe some people liked. Nobody liked Abomination. Okay, so maybe people liked Obadiah because it's the dude. But this is the first good villain. It's Loki. People really liked Loki. Like Tom Hiddleston, he's just perfect. He's just perfect as Loki. Like perfect casting on Loki. Perfect casting on Thor as well, of course. And the thing is, the reason why what's interesting is just they made him like really more serious and meatheady. And then they made him funnier when we get to Ragnarok, because that's really more the kind of person that Chris Hemsworth is. And he feels regret that he wasn't like that in the first two movies. Like, why didn't I try to be goofier? And it's interesting seeing, we're going to see just his evolution from Thor in 1, 2 to 3. That's going to be cool. And Anthony Hopkins as Odin. I think he's perfect for Odin. There's plenty of people who could play Old Man, and he does it well enough. And oh, Stanley moment. Cannot remember the Stanley moment. I do not remember the Stanley moment. No clue. I cannot remember it at all. Criticism I can remember is just the romance was just why? Like it's something gets tacked on all the time, and just I don't find it believable at any point between Thor and Jane Foster. Never find it believable. Never really cared for it. Um, does Natalie Portman ever play a good love interest? Is a question I have to ask. Um, did I like the movie? I think I found the movie fine enough. Like, it's the opposite problem that Iron Man 2 had. Iron Man 2 felt bloated. Thor feels like it's just a pretty straight line of what happens. But it's still not bad at the end of the day. And we'll see where it ranks up and everything. So, let's get going with the movie. And the movie's over! Oh my god. Okay, so it's still an okay movie, but it's better than I remember, so that's good. It's definitely good. The CGI just it blows the hell up. Like the CGI was hit and miss in Iron Man. Incredible Hulk hit and miss. Like a little bit better when it's just the Hulk and the Abomination. When there's people there, not so great. Iron Man 2, the CGI does get better. And here they just went to town on the CGI and on the set pieces. Wow. Pretty good. Pretty good. They really went nuts on that. And the crazy thing is the budget's 150. Iron Man 2 was 200 million. So I'm like, what the heck's the extra 50? Just all of it went to Robert Downey Jr., I guess? But it's a good movie. And like I said, perfect casting. Like I really like the acting from Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, and Anthony Hopkins. They acted out pretty dang good. And yeah, Natalie Portman's good too. And still not a big fan of that relationship. They know each other for like 4 days. That's it. But it's alright. It's alright. It's just weird that she's just so hell bent on getting him back. Which it's probably more she's just hell bent on figuring out the crap that he told her. But good movie. Like it's a lot tighter than Iron Man 2, like I said. The Stanley cameo. Totally forgot the Stanley cameo, which is pretty good. That was a pretty good cameo. I think out of the 4 right now, that's the best one. Not much, because it's only been 4 cameos. But that's pretty good. Like, the truck gets broken, he goes like, did we get it? Nope. No, you did not, Stanley. That's pretty good. Random thing, there's that giant throne that Odin's in, and then Loki's in later. I've seen that thing. They had it at Comic-Con. That thing is huge. It is the size of a room. It is a pretty big throne. It's pretty damn big. And you could take pictures sitting in it if you wanted to, but the line was like 100 people. Screw that. But Yeah, they had like the set pieces that were better here because it's actually otherworldly instead of just a building or an office. But pretty good. One thing is the pacing. Like Marvel took a while to figure out their pacing. They really did because and this was just a very very slow lurch forward, and then it speeds the hell up in the last 40 minutes. Like the destroyer shows up at the last 40 minutes, and there's just a bunch of action in the last 40 minutes. While everything going up to that point is just Thor being a bit of a jackass, then his fall from grace, and then his humbling and all that stuff. And then there's still 40 minutes to go in this 2-hour movie, and then it just speeds the hell up. It's kind of crazy how that pacing is. And this is the first one with actual like a credit scene going on. It's pretty good. I like it. And then there's the end credits scene where we get to see like Loki's alive like somehow, and that all gets kind of screwy when you think about it. And then the Tesseract's gonna be in the next movie's gonna be Captain America, right? So yeah, Captain America, the first Avengers, the next one, and the Tesseract's there. It's like, well, what's gonna happen with the Tesseract? And like last time, most memorable scene for me, it's got to be Thor getting tased and then Thor getting run over, and like those are just funny to me. And like I actually remember scenes. So as far as ranking goes, it's Iron Man 1, I'm gonna say Thor, and then Incredible Hulk, and then Iron Man 2. I say that's the ranking right now. And we'll see where Captain America shapes up in the next one. Uh, Memorable scene for you, Jinx? Anthony Hopkins and Thor's interactions. Those are pretty good. Like, it's very good father son. With Loki and Odin, it's weird how Odin's so duplicitous and he's just really bad when it comes to Loki. He just keeps saying the wrong thing. He says the wrong thing and he has basically a heart attack and goes to sleep. And then he says the wrong thing and Loki's gone. Like, what the hell, Anthony Hopkins? What the hell, Odin? And yeah, the most duplicitous people in Marvel Universe are the guys with one eye. You notice that? Like, Nick Fury's incredibly duplicitous, and so is Odin. It's kind of a trip. And Heimdall, like, real quick, he looked like he was bigger in this one. Like, I don't know if they just gave him a bulkier suit in 1. But of course, I don't remember 2 at all, so, like, 3, he's just not in a suit anymore. He's just kind of ragtag Heimdall. But he just looks like a giant guy in 1. And he's just, like, he kind of has, like, less character. Because I guess he's just kind of a one-note character at the moment. I think that's it, really. It's not a bad movie. I liked it. What does everyone else think? Let me know in them comments, because it's fun to talk about these movies, it really is. Oh, real quick, Loki being the best villain. Like, right now, there's only been 4 movies, he's the best villain for sure. I think it's because they actually take the time. Because he's definitely had the most screen time out of all the villains so far. Maybe Obadiah has a lot too, but you get more out of his motivations. You know more why Loki's what he is, and why he's kind of nuts, and just his ridiculous planning and everything. You get more about who he is, and so that kind of makes him a really good villain because there's just more screen time there. Also, I think if they spent more time on Thor and less time on Loki, it would not make things better at all, because there's only so much you can do with Thor. He's not really all that great yet. It's really not until Ragnarok is Thor really worth talking about, honestly. Like, if anyone out there loves Thor 2, good for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry everyone hates that movie. But yeah, not bad. Like, I'm happy with this movie. Just it's just indicative of just where Marvel started. Like, they were pretty rough. Like, they were entertaining, but they were pretty rough. And then eventually they just got really really good. From memory, I know Iron Man's kind of rough as not Iron Man. Captain America's kind of rough too, but we'll get to that when we see that one next time. So that right there is us watching the Marvel movies. Let me know what you think, because it's fun to talk about it. Like, that's what nerds do. We talk about these things. And next time will be Iron Man, the first Avenger. So I've been talking about fun watching and listening. That's what's up, as having fun. Come by and see you next time.